Hi, I'm going to show you today a quick and easy way to use a little bit of super glue and get a great finish on a flat surface. I've shown you before on one of my videos how to do it on a lathe while something is spinning, but take a look at how simple this is to get a good, shiny, bright, and super hard finish on your projects. Follow along with me. This is basically all I need to do the job. Some varathane penetrating wood stain, and I'm using something here called Jacobin. And then I use a Scotch-Brite abrasive pad, and then I use these micro mesh sanding papers that go from 1500 all the way up to 12,000 in grit. And then I'll show you, if you have the ability to do it, a little buffing wheel really helps too. Let's take a look. First of all, I apply the penetrating stain and let it soak in. I rub it in really good and hard, rub it off and rub it in again and let it dry overnight, and I'll get this dull finish. For the next step, I'll use the Stick Fast Instant Thin Finish over here. And along with that, I'll use the activation to make it dry quicker over here, and I'll go in back and forth in tandem using these on two separate paper towels so we don't get these mixed up on the paper towels. Here we go. I used to be real fussy about this, but now I found you can just slop it on. I put a good amount on a paper towel, and then I just pull it straight across the surface very quickly. And I'll do this until, maybe sometimes I'll do it and then I'll do it a second time. But after I've done that, then I'll take another paper towel and I'll spray the activator directly into the paper towel and pull it over this surface, hardening basically the plastic that I just laid down. Now I'll repeat that process usually 3 times. If on an open grain piece of wood like this oak, if you want to fill all the grains, you probably have to do it more than those times. And some people I've seen, they use the thicker glues. I like the thin because you can just sweep it on really fast. Notice I'm not taking a lot of care in how I'm doing this. And I'll go back now and use the hardener. Pull it across. And after I've used this hardener, I'll just let it sit. You don't even have to let it sit but a few minutes. Now I'm going to take this micro mesh and rub the surface, and I get it in a good light so I can see the glare coming off of my super glue finish, and I can see all the irregularities. And I rub this back and forth. I'm rubbing pretty hard now because remember, I have a thick layer of this plastic on there, and you're going to seem like you're ruining it now, like it's getting all dull and you've ruined your finish. But just wait for the big surprise, okay? All the shiny spots I've removed. If you take a look at that, there's no shine on there, right? You're wrong. Now I will go to just the 8,000 and the 12,000 mesh, and I'll start rubbing this, and then when I do this, voila, you begin to see a shine coming back, because what I'm doing is I'm polishing that top layer of the super glue, and it's beginning to take on a sheen. So I'll go across this again and again. You don't need to see me do this. I'm going to turn the camera off, and when I'm done going back and forth, we'll come back to this. Now after that sanding, you can see I've got a pretty good glisten on here. But if you want to go a little bit further, watch what we can do. So this is just a cheap buffing wheel from Harbor Freight. I got a little buffing compound. You can put this on a drill press or a portable electric drill. Dress it up a little bit with this compound. And then I go back here and I'm going to come through and go across this surface. What I'm doing now is taking out all the little microscopic scratches from using the sandpaper, the micro mesh, and woo, look at that. Probably really overkill, but I also like using this Johnson paste wax, and I just take a little bit of it and rub it across the surface. If nothing else, it keeps the dust from sticking to it later when it's up on the wall. And again, what I love about this procedure is it only takes from start to finish, maybe 10 minutes because you're using the activator to dry everything. I'll take a cloth and I'll dry this off and I'll polish it a little bit. I might even take it back to the buffing wheel and let the buffing wheel go at that wax. Woo! Look at that. Could you want a better finish than that on a project in a very short time? Wow. Thanks for watching.